Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Gaming TV. My name is Wolf, and today I'm bringing to you some more Starcraft 2 action. Today I have something special for you. Like promised in the vlog I just uploaded, a best of 3 involving Australian and all, I should say, C players. Let's introduce our 2 contestants in this one, spawning as the green. This is going to be a best of 3 playing as the Terran. Playing for the Dominion. His name is NVRossi. Alright, and his opponent spawning as the Blue Zerg, hailing from Korea, former StarTale player XGKing's KingKong. Yeah, I told you I had something special for you, and I am to deliver, and I did. We got ourselves an awesome best of 3 here with NVRossi, an Australian player who's probably one of the strongest Terran players from Southeast Asia or Australia, and then KingKong, actually recently only moving over here as a student, and has been a part of was a part of StarTale for the longest time, but moved over here late last year, I want to say, and has actually been playing really well in the SCA scene and playing pretty damn strongly, if I should say so myself. Rossi has been playing pretty well recently, winning a few tournaments. I can't name them off the top of my head because it's been so long since I got the cliff notes about him, but he has been playing really well. I think he qualified for the IEM Singapore I think he qualified for that. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, SCA2.com. But yeah, so let's see what these 2 players are deciding to go. Gas, getting a gas here, probably just going to be for the Reaper, which is exactly what we see here. It's going to be used as a scout, because Reapers are really good for scouting in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if yeah, there's nothing really that can be done right now, but from KingKong, this Reaper will get out, will scout, and that's the way it's going to be. Now, this drone being a bit of a dick, and it does end up getting killed, but not without killing a SCV of its own, so an even trade there and some lost mining time, so not a big deal. Now, a bunker going to be placed here just to force some lings instead of drones. This is pretty standard play. I wouldn't be surprised if Rossi cancelled this, because this is going to force double queen and some lings straight away. Now the Reaper has gotten out here and is going to be going up into the main base just to check out what's happening in a brief moment. So yeah, metabolic boost is on the way. One thing I actually absolutely love about Terran these days is just how frickin' micro and skill intensive you need to be to play them. Spore Crawler does go down. It's just a standard thing for Zergs to do to keep a drone alive, is put a spore down. Bunker is here, so he will be able to keep it alive for the time being. Will actually force him to bust out of it, but there isn't actually there's only a follow-up rebus, so not a whole lot really happening. It's going to be focusing down onto the hatchery, probably going to kill off the queen, and we'll probably be able to do that if he micros properly. He does get back into the bunker and needs to regen, which is exactly what's going to happen, but no, he gets out of there and salvages the bunker, and yeah, so he forces a lot of links, salvages the bunker, and gets the hell out of there. Good scouting as well from Rossi. Putting down his natural now, going to be putting down the bunker at the front. Just an overall standard play to see what his opponent has and force him to do what he didn't want to do, and that makes Zerglings at this early stage of the game. Factory almost complete here, going to be probably used to make some Hellions. Just the standard sort of play here, just going to be using the Hellions to get basic map control for the early stages of the game. Unless he does go for some Widowmine opening, which is sort of common, but you don't see it as often as Hellions. Widowmines are alright, but not that great if microed against properly, which most high-level players are able to do. Now the bunker at the front did actually just finish in time to repel the Zergling attack. If there wasn't any bunker there, then the Zerglings could have had a free reign over the natural mineral line, which would be quite unfortunate, if I must say so myself. Zergling's going to be working on these back rocks here. This may be the first time I'll ever see someone like a Terran and like a Zerg work together to kill the rocks. No, Rossi's just going to keep it there for the time being. I have seen before a Terran or something to shoot at the rocks to get closer to his opponent, whereas he also had an army back here and put down the rock tower and force his opponent to the only way out was to go through the rock tower and let his opponent come down and kill a thing. But yeah, no, not going to be happening here. Double evolution chamber here. Just going to be sticking with the Ling tech for the time being. Third base is about halfway complete, or about a third done, if I must say so. Hellions is going to be scouting out, making sure that all of the Lings have been scouted. Just putting Overlords in drop paths is simply because of the fact that drops are so damn powerful. +1 armor is on the way, and I wouldn't be surprised if +1 melee does get restarted right away, which is exactly what's happened. So more Hellions are being made here. Just the barracks being put onto the tech lab just so that he can get that stem or combat shield earlier after the 2-second racks. Really standard play here from both of these players. Nothing too out of the ordinary for the time being. Which is good to see. I love standard games. It just shows that it's going to be a nice long macro game and a lot happening. But a lot of Hellions and Reapers going to be right here at the front right now, killing off so many Zerglings, so many drones right now. The Hellions and Reapers need to be so careful. But it's get a massive surround. It's going to be killing off so many units. It's crazy how many Lings and Zerglings just died there and forced so many units. That was intense. I cannot believe I just missed that by a little bit. That was so crazy. Zerglings going to be going out for a counterattack because all those units died right there, but the wall will be complete and some Hellions behind that will just be enough. Baneling Nest is almost complete though, so he could go for a bust. This could be a big problem for Rossi if he's not careful about it. Now, +1 is about almost complete. He does see that there is the bunker there with the 4 Marines and some Hellions. Will he decide to make some Banelings? Yes, he does decide to make some Banelings, and probably going to go for a bust here, while also droning up his third. 2 E-bays are on the way for Rossi. Rossi going to be aiming to get those things as soon as possible. The Hellions are coming out here right now, and needs to be very careful. Zerglings could get into the base, but no Rossi. Some more Zerglings. He's going to be harassing as much as he can, using that that Hellion mobility to the best of his ability, but just while he can. Zerglings do have the faster speed, but Hellions have a reputation to be slippery bastards, and it's generally the way of things, sadly, for Zerg players. Now, 1-1 finishing up here for KingKong. KingKong can go into 2-2 straight away. Just going to get centrifugal hooks, so probably just going to go for a Ling, Baneling, Muta style mid game. It is quite common these days, it's just standard, and I wouldn't be surprised if that came along the way. He would probably take a 4th before just after he puts down his Spire. That's generally how it goes. 2 Widowmines being added at the front here, because hey, Widowmine's a good unit, and yeah, they're essentially the skill ray of Heart of the Swarm. Now, just some scouts going out around the map, making sure that these watchtowers are all good with these little Lings. Couldn't you say that Lings are just the most beautiful creature ever? I don't know, I just absolutely love Zerglings. I would love to have a pet Zergling. So here comes the Mutas, the Spire on the way, wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, he's going to be forced to make a whole bunch of units right now. Ling trying to get away, but the Marines catching them while on their way towards the opponent. Centrifugal hooks is almost complete, so these Banelings will be a lot more effective. It's a massive production tab now. There is a armory on the way, so Battle Hellions are a possibility. It's a lot of Zerglings being forced right now. So many Zerglings actually supply blocking his opponent right now. Needs to be very careful. The Baneling's going to be able to get massive connections onto the Marines. Marines go down really quickly, but that's not the point. The Hellions going to try and get away as quickly as possible from the Zerglings. Going to be microing it as best they can to do the damage that they need to do, which is exactly what happens. +1, and Stim about to finish right now. Hellions actually microing really well against these Zerglings, killing off so many of them. Actually, none of the Hellions going down to these Zerglings. Good micro coming in here from Rossi, and Rossi splitting up his Marines perfectly. Actually killing off 3 Banelings with 1 Marine right there. Good work from him. 2-2 is on the way from both of these players. +1 fly attacks is on the way for Rossi. Rossi looking to take his third right now, so in return his opponent is going to be KingKong is going to be taking that fourth. He's going to be staying up that one base above his opponent, and the pneumatized carapace is on the way, which I do believe is the speed upgrade for Overlords, which is correct. Now Zerglings and Banes going to be coming in here, going to be doing so much damage. Needs to be very careful, but there's a lot of Marines going to be stepping in here, killing off so many Zerglings. Luckily he saw the Widowmine, so I wouldn't think he would want to attack into that. The one Hellion did get caught, but not too bad of a deal. Baneling's going to be probably coming in here to attack at the front. He needs to be very careful. No, the Banelings could actually get killed really quickly. No, the Banelings are actually going to come in here. The Widowmines needs to be so careful. The Widowmines are actually going to connect and actually kills off both of the Widowmines with the Banelings. Good work from KingKong killing that off. Zergling's going to be in full retreat right now. A lot of the Overlord's going to be spreading out over his opponent's base so that he can't get out of here. 9 meters are on the way. The Overlords are just going to be spreading out across the map to get all of the vision right now. But that's a lot of Widowmines currently at the third base here for Rossi. Rossi does not want his opponent to come out at him with a pack of Zerglings just to scare him off. Both is playing textbook play right now. Infestation Pit at the 15-minute mark to get that hive by about 18-19 minutes. It's all standard play right now. Bentley muted. The muter has been scouted now. If it wasn't scouted before, if we have a quick look at the map, what has he seen? No, he hasn't seen the Spire, so he's going to be pushing out across the map now. He's, oh my god, Banelings left the Widowmines. That was actually a really good play here. The Zerglings actually going to try and get a good flank. He needs to split his Marines as best he can. Widowmines do go down. They're going to be able to get off good hits if they're able to, but he needs to be very careful of the friendly fire tendency that he's tend to have. The Baneling's going to come in here and actually good connections, good splits though from Rossi. Rossi actually being very cost efficient with these Marines here. He has a Widowmine, going to be setting them up in the front, going to be killing off Overlords as he can. Going to try and kill off the Widowmines with his mutas and whatnot. Overseers are on the way. Widowmine about to reset, needs to be very careful. Now there is a Marauder here to add in some extra damage and some more. Widowmines needs to be very careful. The mutas could probably do a lot of damage. He needs to get these Marines and mines down really quickly, and they do a good land onto the mutas, but he could land again onto other mutas and Overseers. A lot of Zerglings going to come in here and try and do what they can. Baneling's going to be coming in here as well. Rossi needs to pick up and get the hell out of here, but no, he's being so cost efficient with these Zerglings, these Lings, these Marines and Marauders. He's doing so much damage now, stepping up with more Marines here. There's just so much production happening here. 3-3 is on the way. 3-3 hasn't even been started yet, or even high tech for his opponent. Now the Marines are going to be engaging the mutas directly here, and they will actually force back the things for a little bit here. Now the Widowmines actually kill off a Overseer here. That's massive here. He's needing to build off more and more mutas, and Zerglings are on the way. The Marines need to be very careful and get behind the safety on the Widowmines, but the Widowmines are not able to fire off right now. He needs to pick up and get out of here, but the reinforcing Marines should be enough to kill off the Zerglings on the ground. He needs to be very careful though. His Widowmines can cause for a lot of havoc and friendly fire. I'm not sure Rossi has the production to keep this up, because that's 48 Lings coming right now, and that's just so many Lings. Hive tech being started. I don't know if Rossi has the production for this. He's currently ahead. That's 40 Lings about to pop into supply favor of KingKong. The Bane's going to come in here and do split and go for the Marines. The Marines just stim and get the hell out of there. Not a whole lot of damage is done. The Marauders doing whatever they can to soak up. The Marines are just going to be sitting there and doing all of the damage that they have. We're coming here and keep on pushing here. Rossi playing a superb game here, splitting against the Banelings as best as possible. He's doing so good. Muta's going to do whatever they can. That's a lot of Zerglings though. Where are they? Where did all the Zerglings go? Did they die? And all these Banelings are just going to get killed before they can even come out of the way. And he's pushing into his opponent's third. A fifth base is trying to be taken by KingKong, but it's just too little too late. Rossi is putting on so much pressure in this game. His reinforcements, he needs to be very careful though with a lot of Zerglings being made here. And the Widowmines do go down. They will be able to possibly get up a good volley onto the mutas, which is exactly what happens. Now the Marines and Marauders need to kill off these Zerglings in the back here. Needs to be very careful of the Overseers and mutas of KingKong, that he doesn't lose all of his units. But he doesn't actually have any anti-air. He could probably overwhelm his KingKong could probably overwhelm Rossi right now, but 3-3 is about to finish, and that's going to be a massive upgrade advantage right now with just having that 3 for so long. That Marine is just being a boss, and it's just going to move right in here. 4th base being to be taken now for Rossi. Rossi with the 3-3 upgrade, with his opponent only just starting to get the 3-3 upgrades. Ultraless Cabin is on the way. The 3-3 is just going to be enough to rip through all of these Zerglings. Marine Marauders stimming forward. Marauders at the front, if those A moves happen, it just won't work. And now the Baneling's trying to get back in and get into the Marine line, but it's just not going to be happening. The Marines, there's just coming out too many at a time, and it's just going to be forcing his opponent back into his natural again. And more Banelings are on the way. It's a lot of Banelings, but KingKong knows that if he goes into his opponent's 3rd, he's going to be in a tight situation. He's going to need enough Marines to enough medevacs to pick up and get the hell out of there if he can. Now the Zerglings and Banelings, he does scan to see that they're on the way. Marines going to be splitting back perfectly here, and the Banelings going to try and connect as best as possible. Again, Rossi being so cost efficient, up a total of 70 supply now. He looks to be in a commanding lead. Marines and Marauders spreading, coming out across the map, and Baneling does actually get a quite good hit here, but the mutas are going to be going down. There's not that many left now. Marines and Marauders going to be going into the natural here, and could probably kill off the 3-3 here. He does kill off one, and he will kill off the second. 3-3 is now gone. GG, well played. KingKong leaves the first game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rossi takes game number 1 here of this best of 3 series. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.